modern day masculine man? Take one.
What makes a modern day masculine man? When you drink your liquor straight. A modern day masculine man. I pay all the bills and I tells my woman the truth. Got my shit together, do what I wanna do, say what I wanna say. I won't break you, or not me, and I am not you. I kept it real, so now I can do what I wanna do. Modern masculine man. Welcome to Man School.
Welcome to the Modern Masculine Man Podcast, Mitch. Woo!
You know, they say he may not come when you want him, but he's always right on time. When I tell you, you slid your ass in that seat right in the nick of time. How y'all doing? Let's start the Sunday off with a clap.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
It's another Sunday morning. Me and my lovely co-host, Miss Carla, Nicole, are here to have a discussion, as we do, starting Sundays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How you doing today, Miss Carla? How your week been?
My week is amazing, but my morning today, I had to go left to center, so I'm just trying to digress from having to go left to center on someone. But I had an amazing coaching session this morning that all of a sudden, someone wanted to get up under my skin today. So I had to go a little bit, unpretty.
Okay, yeah, left of center. I was about to be like, what that means contextually.
Yeah. Well,
it sound like not be centered myself. So like I went the fuck off on somebody.
Yes.
That's what it sound like to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you gotta sometimes let them know, like, I don't know who you playing with, but this is not the one. Not today. Oh.
Down south, we call that straightening. You had to give somebody some straightening this morning. You know what I'm saying? Migos, they got a song called Straightening. Like, people don't understand when we say down south, like you said, left of center.
Left of center.
We always want to be ourselves. So
yes.
Whenever I had to get somebody together, we said straightening. You had to get somebody some straightening this morning.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's good. Your week, why was your week so good? You sound like you got some bread. When I wasn't talking like that, it's either some bread or a nigga.
Energetically, I'm just really working around powerful people that I'm just learning to live in the moment to where I'm not so caught up in the rush to get to the fruits of the labor, but staying in rhythm with, you got to be in the now so that you can feel the burden of what you're doing, to where when you do get to the fruits, you can be totally, you can be into the gratitude of what you receive. So for me, it's funny because I try to slow everybody else down, when they're going through their coaching with me. I try to slow them down. Wait a minute and take your time and feel it. And I know it's difficult. But then for myself, I'll just try to be on a rush. So I'm like, wait a minute, you got to slow down too while you talking. So I've been really trying to be more present in the now versus trying to be in a rush. So it's definitely one of those things, if you know what I mean. Are you still there? Because I feel like I lost you. Well, listen, while Javon has departed for just a moment, I'm Coach Carla Nicole. Welcome to Ranting and Raving. I'm so glad you're here. I wanted to share with you guys how important it is that we pay attention to some examples, since we want to spend a lot of time admiring and listening and understanding, celebrity. Sometimes we need to see their actual examples of what they're going through. So while someone is having their own challenges and they're going through a lot of their frustrations, heartbreaks, trials and tribulations, how can we take their example and learn how to apply it to our lives so that we can, get to a new level of betterment without feeling like we can't grow and learn to empower ourselves. So we're going to talk today about the Lori Harvey example. So why did I pick that topic? Well, the Lori Harvey example, I don't know if it's true or not. I just saw some advertisements of, she has another heartbreak that she's currently, unfortunately, dealing with. And I don't necessarily know if it's a heartbreak or if it's just a renewal of wanting to divide from someone she was in a relationship with. So in that, she has decided to be like, well, let's go ahead and move on. And then in our move on, let me tell you why I'm moving on. I don't know if it's true that this is the reason she moved on, but this is what I'm understanding from different media platforms, just speaking on Lori Harvey and her reason for her divide with her current relationship. And one of the things that I heard that she spoke of was she spoke on being frustrated with him being too, quote unquote, too nice. So she's decided that she wants to part ways from him because he's too nice. And so on this show, I wanted to talk about, well, what does too nice mean? Why is somebody leaving someone or wanting to end a relationship because they're too nice? What's going on? Why? What's going on? Well, I have my own theory, and I also have some of my own understanding of why someone may want to part from someone because they're feeling that they're way too, I would say they're looking more they're more in alignment with being healthy in the relationship. And sometimes we as women, we have a tendency to get influxed, or in our love affairs, we get kind of in a desire to want to be in a relationship with someone that is, I don't know, they're more or less excited about how we can build with a relationship because they're finding it fun. It's spontaneous. It's risque. It might be even a little more spicy because we're traveling, we're going, we're having fun. Then the opposite side of that is we're finding ourselves in arguments. We're having all this unpredictability going on. And so when that happens, a lot of times in our relationships, we'll pull out of that a familiar way of being in relationships. So we'll find ourselves like, ooh, this is familiar because it's so back and forth. It's so toxic. We keep going left to right. We're always arguing. We can't seem to sit still. We can't seem to be okay. And so with that, we're finding ourselves in a upset often, or then we're finding ourselves with all this drama. And when you have a relationship or have had relationships with that type of dynamic inside of it, a lot of times we get really familiar with it. And once we get familiar with constant ridicule and argument and back and forth and agitation, aggravation, it starts to become our dopamine. We start to feeling like, oh, this feels really good. When he's upset with me or angry with me or yelling at me or whatever, what have you, I'm finding that I'm more in a excitement with it because I feel like he really is showing how much he means to me and how much I mean to him, because we're having the arguments and we're having the back and forth. And so a lot of times we'll get into these streams of frustration and not realizing that, well, that might be the case. However, because of this, we'll find ourselves in a relationship where we're now getting to that point of just agitation and aggravation. And so, with that said, we are finding our way into the back and forth, and then we're finding ourselves kind of used to it. And so, if we get in a relationship for that long, we'll get into these comforts with the argumentative, toxic, or trauma type relationships because we actually have learned to be, I don't know, more like we're in that realm because it's familiar, because it's our normal. When really it's not normal. It's really, unfortunately, it's very abnormal, it's very toxic, and it's very traumatizing. So, with that said, we're finding ourselves in between a rock and a hard place. So, I wanted to talk about this because I think that when we have these types of dynamics, we'll get into these relationships and then we'll find ourselves more and more and more okay with them. But then we find when we get into a relationship where that is not a norm in this new relationship we're in, we're starting to feel uncomfortable. Like, he makes my coffee in the morning. He checks my tires and makes sure the air's in them. He checks on me to make sure I'm okay. He is always considerate of me. And that feels really weird. Because why? Well, in past relationships, I never had it. So if I don't have something, I begin to get comfortable with the difference of the, I don't know, just, okay, we're just not having the back and forth and the nonsense. So now that I don't have that, I don't know what this is. I don't even know how to function well or even flow in this type of relationship because I don't know what to do with it. I'm really conflicted. And so when you have that, I feel like it comes to a point where we have to now evaluate, well, why are we having this feel so abnormal? Why do we feel like this doesn't make sense? Why is being well treated feeling so offensive to me? Why am I bored with it? That's always the greatest. I always notice most people that are in a love affair that's like this, the first thing they say is, it's so boring. I'm not getting the dopamine fix that I would get with the yelling, the screaming, the back and forth, the nonsense, the absenteeism. I don't know if he's here or he's not here. I don't know if he cares or he doesn't care. So now I'm having this back and forth, and that gives me a unpredictability or a spontaneity that I just love to, or have come to love to have inside the relationship. So now I'm feeling like this feels really different. It's not the same. So now I want to talk about, why is this feeling really different? Why is this not feeling the same? Well, it's not feeling the same because, unfortunately, when you have been accustomed to being, I don't know, disturbed at times on a frequency, and you've been, and that's now your normal, you start to feel like this is how I like to flow in my relationships. However, the silent part of you seems to keep attracting men that are trying to take care of you, men that are trying to be more considerate of you, men that are mindful of you, and yet you're turned off by them. That doesn't move you. It's not attractive to you, and you're not even feeling like it's even appealing. And so because of that, you're starting to feel a way about it. So with that said, I just want you to know that it's not that it's unappealing. It's just that it's very frustrating because you're wanting to have peace and I'm sorry, the men or who is invited in your life are wanting to and desiring to have peace. And in the peacefulness with them, they're wanting to make sure that you yourself, my love, is in a good space. You are someone that wants to hold a space of, oh, I really enjoy having someone just care. So let's take a look at this for a second. Let's be honest. I know Javon may be having some technical difficulties, and we'll just keep talking until he gets back. But let's think about something. Have you ever realized that sometimes in love affairs, we seem to feel a way when we don't feel like if we are not getting certain attention or certain disrupt in our monotony in a relationship, then we feel like we're not cared about? Let's think about that for a second. Has it ever come to be where you feel really frustrated by the fact that you're just not cared about, or you feel like this person isn't really, mindful of you? Well, that could be the case. And that's the case because you're feeling like, this isn't going well. This is really a mess. This is not where we need it to be. And then when the relationship starts to evolve or it gets to a better place, then we start realizing like, oh, wait a minute. I'm feeling a lot better now that I'm in this relationship, because this relationship is more, I would say, volatile, or there's a lot going on with it, or whatever, what have you. And when that happens, a lot of times we get overwhelmed in it and we get excited about it, not realizing that that excitement isn't healthy. It's really not. You want to have a relationship where you actually feel more excited about what you two can do for each other, rather than getting so caught up in, well, I want to have this or I want to have that. I want to be able to be in a relationship where someone feels like I actually matter. So here's where it gets unique. Here's one of the things I am teaching my clients so that they understand it's important to evolve. In our evolution of really focusing on self-loving, you want to start to pay attention to what are your inner thoughts that you're saying to you actually doing for you. Are you kind to yourself? For real? I'm not talking about, oh, I look good today, or oh, I feel great today, or I'm so glad that we're doing this today. I'm talking about your real, true thoughts to yourself. Are you really sitting there and thinking to yourself, ooh, I am kind of mean to me. I'm a little bit difficult with myself. And when we talk about our inner thoughts, a lot of times we don't realize that when we are in our inner thoughts and we're not really healthily being in our inner thoughts, we may say some pretty vicious things to ourselves. We could say things that are mean. We can say things that are heartless. We can say things that are very uncaring. And we don't realize that we're saying them. We say them so out of pattern. So out of cue that we do it and we don't realize the effects of it in our relationships. That includes parenting. That includes in our love affairs. We have a tendency to feel like, man, I could have just, if I was nicer to me, I wouldn't be so okay with someone else not being nice to me, because I would not have a actual buffer or protection of me towards someone being nasty or disrespectful to me. So now, because I don't have that boundary already set, I am now in a place where I'm feeling like, okay, this has come to a place where this is just outrageous. This is not good. And so because of that, that's how we got to this. So with that said, I want you guys to think about this. This is very important, because the Lori Harvey example isn't uncommon. this is something I want us to think about, because sometimes if we go back in our own history, we may find that when a gentleman is treating us well, we have maybe, I would say, prematurely had made an assumption or prejudice about his nice ways as being something to be suspicious about, rather than saying, wow, that was really kind, or wow, that was really different. That kind of was unique. I've never had that. I've never had that kind of um, good deed or whatever, what have you. So this way it can help you to, I would say it can help you to elevate and change and create a newness in how we see it. But a lot of times we don't understand how we see it. We're just sitting back and understanding that this has just been more things than not. So again, this is why I say it's imperative that we sit back and we pay attention to how are we treating ourselves. Here's what's so important, and here's the key to one of the things why I wanted to use Lori's example as a key example. Whether you are intentionally in a relationship or you are intending to have a full-time relationship, you want to be mindful that, is this relationship based upon how the you and I are, and in that just natural state of being, the simplicity of it, the monotony of it, do I feel okay in this type of style of relationship? Or am I bored? Here's what's true. If you are bored, boredom is saying to you that you would rather have toxicity or drama or crazy or spontaneity, because you like having unpredictable relations. However, sometimes if we're not mindful, and sometimes we do all want, unpredictable relations. We might want some spontaneity in regular relationships where they're just, full and we flow and whatever, but he might pick us up and take us somewhere we didn't know it. Those are really fun. But is that an expectation? Because if it's an expectation, then that means something inside of you is bored with simplicity, peacefulness, having a relationship where it's just sound and it's not all this back and forth. And when that happens, we need to sit down and realize that this comes from something we're lacking in self. And usually that something is our self-love deficiency. Why do I always go back to self-loving? Because self-love hugely impacts any love in our life. Our self-love is always going to be the number one reflection of how we love outwardly. So how we love inwardly matters to how we love and how we receive love and who's attracted to us. So what's interesting about the Lori Harvey example is that she seems to draw, for whatever reason, and I'm not saying we're just using her as an example. I don't know her personally, so we're not going to say this is of course all truth. But in these examples, and I even use my own examples for when I have my own scenarios like this, if you notice who seems to attract to you on a regular basis, you have to realize that those attractions are coming from something. So either it's underdeveloped self-love, or it's self-love that's lacking understanding what it actually needs. So if you have underdeveloped self-love, that means that your self-loving isn't really where it needs to be. So underdeveloped self-love means it's just deficient. It is there isn't really a knowledge of placing your self-love first. And in doing that requires some real steps. Some steps are very okay, of course, common. We all say, well, we go to the spa or we do something we really like for ourselves, or we did this or we did that. But oftentimes, to really Self-love, it takes and it requires a lot of soul studying. Soul study is a whole nother animal beyond words. So what does that mean? Soul study means I have to sit down and I have to study my own personal soul. What is it that I need? What is it that I want? And what is it that I have to do in order to apply and focus on improvement of how I love? And so we first have to look at, as a woman or as a lover, how are we doing as far as loving someone else? Do you ever sit down and look at how you love someone and what it actually resembles or looks like? Sometimes we have to take a look at that. That's something that we oftentimes don't think about. We don't really realize that how we love has a high impact on what we get in return from our lovers. So, what does that mean? So, let's sit down and think about this for a minute. Let's just get real raw and candid. If you haven't seen your lover for a long time, or your lovers and you have had a misunderstanding and we don't really understand what's going on, how can we impact each other? Well, we can do so by figuring out a way to improve what we need to do. And in doing that, it would take for me to sit down for a minute and really do a soul inventory. That is not so easy to do, but we will. So our soul inventory requires for us to, first of all, realize that we do have unfortunately, we have some good things and we have some dark and we have some light. So with that, when we have dark and light going on in the rhythm of our life, we realize that there's sometimes inside of our spirit, we might feel a way about something. And we don't realize that in our darkness, it feels very difficult to admit that we have a dark side. Because when we're looking at ourselves, we only want to look at the light. We don't want to admit we are dark too. So we have to own, first of all, that in our soul studying and paying attention, we have to sit down and look at what is it that we struggle with admitting to ourselves. And when we do that, we can cultivate a renewed version of how is he experiencing my love? Because that matters. Welcome back, Javon.
What's up? What's up? What's up? I don't know what happened. You know how your computer will say every now and then turning off and gotta reload something?
Yes, for the update.
So we have to turn off so you can update.
Yeah.
So my computer just went out, and then when it cast, like, I hope she stay on. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my computer went out. I just figured the live would stay on.
I did stay on, and I did kind of go through some things about the Lori Harvey example. And what I did bring up is that a lot of times we get as women, we claim that we're bored in love affairs because a man is too kind, too nice, quote unquote, or seems to consider us, and we would much rather have the absenteeism. We'd much rather for that man to not be available so we can be checking for him, so we can chastise him like a child, so we can go back and forth and say, well, you did this, you did that. We want to be that woman to be able to, reprimand. But
I'm sorry, go ahead.
But again, it's an unhealthy way to be in love affairs.
I agree with that. Even being married as long as I am, I always joke with my wife. I'd be like, you want to get me in trouble so bad, don't you? And she'll laugh because she can be honest. She'll laugh. I said, why? She's like, because it's like you never do anything wrong. And I'm like, it's not that I don't do anything wrong. It's when I do wrong, I'm accountable. So my accountability removes your ability to fuss. Mm-hmm. See, you're not accountable. So you make me have to explain to you. So you feel like you in trouble.
Right.
So when I do something wrong, you could come to me and say, "Hey, honey, you left the gate open, and Crystal could have got in the kitchen and got a knife and set the house on fire." That's how it be.
Right. That part.
Yeah, and I'd be like, "I'm sorry, yeah, I did leave it open. I'll close it, and I'm due right next time." Then it's like, "Well,
Right.
damn, he was accountable."
Right.
See, she want me to say, "No, I might not have been me," and then now she got something to fuss about.
Right.
So I totally agree with you. Uh, I just don't listen, Carla. I'm gonna tell you something that I think why women leave. You went into the topic right. Why women leave good men.
That is.
I've said something, and I just want to say this. It's 2 points, but I'll make the first one, then I'll let you rebuttal. Know what
Okay.
you think because you a woman.
Okay.
I just don't think. How can I say this? I just don't think nobody is supposed to be monogamous and feels natural. Monogamy don't feel natural. So I think when women get bored,
Mhm.
women mess around, and a woman would rather leave a man and get into a whole new relationship so she don't seem like a slut whore.
Mhm.
That's what I believe.
Okay.
I believe women leave good men because they just want some other attention and other company, just like men. And in our society, it's something that women just can't admit. Hey, you're not fucking me good. I don't feel pretty when I'm out in public with you. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
want some different kind of attention. You know what I'm saying? I've
Mhm.
been taught for this fairy tale, the saying absence makes the heart grow fonder. You're too plain, you're too boring, you're too stable. That's what a good man is. A good man goes to work and come home at the same time every day.
Yes.
All he wants is his sandwich fix, his lunch fix, and he go and come and go and come. And that just saying women like excitement.
Mhm.
Women like excitement. And my second point is this. I think when you're the chosen, you can't love as the chosen. I think the person that chooses is the one that's really in love. Contrary to what women think, men are really romantics. Men really love the way they think that they love it in their head from TV. Watch this. Men see
Mhm.
of all the flowers which are women on this earth, this one flower that he want and he do anything just to have
Mhm.
and give up all the other flowers on this earth just to have that one flower. You see
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
Right.
That's true love. But that woman who is chosen, she just look up and say, "Oh well, I'm being picked." And that's what we're taught as women is to be picked. But I don't really want that guy that's picking me.
Mhm.
I'm not being picked by the right person. I'm being picked by a person that's financially stable, but he
Mhm.
don't float my boat. He don't make my stomach butterfly. That's what women looking for.
Uh-huh.
In my opinion, the butterflies that float my boat.
Mhm.
That's why Bill Gates' wife cheated on him with a fucking substitute school teacher. He floated a boat.
Mhm.
I'm a man that has knocked off a few married women in my life. I ain't gonna lie.
Mhm.
And I was so mean to them.
Mhm.
And when I said mean, I don't give you no time, no, and they just love to see me sneak. Can you see me in the? I gotta drop my kid off at school in the morning. Can you meet me in the park behind the school for a little 2 minute smash? I'm excited as a man. I'm getting a little 2 minute bend over. You couldn't have got so, but nothing out of that. But it excited her. It
Mhm.
floated a boat. So I really think women are caught up in something where women can't be honest. Number one, women don't want to be monogamous. I believe that. And number two, women love excitement. And stability is too much like boring to them. Because you ever notice whenever a woman get caught cheating, they say a lot of the same things. Anytime something become a pop culture statement in a movie, it's
Mhm.
because it's said so much. The people that wrote the movie know it's said so much that the people that's watching will accept it. So I seen it this morning on a movie I'm watching. The guy said to his wife, Did you sleep with that man? Did you sleep with that man? She said, I don't want to hurt you. He said, just say it if you did. She said, yes, I slept with him. He said, was it just one time or did y'all have an affair? She said, why we got to talk about how many times it was? He said, I just want to know, was it one time or did y'all have an affair? She said, we had an affair. He said, why? Why? She said, you've been at work so much lately and not got no time for me. Now, that's a pop culture saying. When a woman cheats, she did it because he been at work and he ain't got no time. Well, because he been at work and he ain't got no time, could he have fucked his secretary? Because he ain't get to see you? So I really believe when it all comes down to said and do it, women ain't bad people. I just think women just can't be honest because of the American society. I don't want to be monogamous, and I want somebody to turn me on and make me happy. And I'd rather date 10 guys that float my boat than marry one guy that's boring. I just really don't think women love men. I think women try to say it's opposite. Women don't give a shit about men. I just really think women allow a man to choose them, and it's all about usatory. That man can look at a woman and say, she got 2 kids, no job, and no credit. He still could love her. The only way a man gets that from a woman is he got to be the handsome guy that she just want to be associated with. A woman don't look at a man and say, oh, he ain't got shit, and he ain't the finest man in the room. I still want him. A woman cannot have anything, but she could be pretty enough for that man to say, your beauty is just my fucking reward. Your beauty is my trophy. The fact that I can walk around and say you my wife is my trophy, and he'll stay with her forever. The man, I know I've been long with it, but I want you to address those. The man, when he's unhappy, he'll just cheat. He'll cheat and stay. The woman, when she unhappy, your ass gonna get left. What do you think about the whole monogamy? Like me saying, I just think women don't. I don't think nobody wants to be monogamous, and I think women have to keep that facade up. But I don't think they want to be monogamous.
Well, I'll put it to you this way about monogamy, because I wrote about this on monogamy. But first of all, I think somebody's sexual behavior, sexual truth, doesn't have anything to do with anybody but themselves. So, with that said, if I'm sexual with someone, it's not about him per se. It's about me. So if I'm in a sexual relationship with someone, it doesn't matter who it is. If I'm in that relationship sexually with someone, it's not about him. It's about me. So when I'm geared up, depending upon what man it is, this man, for instance, I could be in a relationship with somebody and we have intimacy consistently. So therefore, the appetite that I have for him may be different than if I get with someone else and we only have it once a week. Now, the appetite, depending on me, not him, depending on me, can be suppressed or it can be fulfilled. Now, let me tell you the difference between a suppressed sexual energy and a fulfilled sexual energy. Sometimes we suppress our energy sexually because we don't want to hurt that person, because we think that person believes if we're sexual with someone else, then that is a violation on them and what they're not. Not true, but that's what they see or think. So in my mindfulness about my care for him, I may suppress my sexual energy and desire to go and seek someone else because of my care for that person. It doesn't have anything to do with that's actually fulfilling enough. It just means I suppressed it because I'm mindful of him. Then I could be in the same scenario where I am intimate with this one person and we're intimate all the time and we're having a lot of sex and we're giving it each other's energies and we are full to the fullest capacity. Now my hunger is the same, but my hunger is being fed. So I have a sexual hunger. That hunger is being fed all the time, all the time, all the time. And we're not doing it out of duty. We're doing it because we understand that's a part of what we are. And we're just enjoying it.
Carla, let me say something to you, right? Now you're a female, right? You're a woman and a very intelligent woman. You just said the woman's version of a man. I lie to you because I love you. That's just exactly what you said. But it sounded so much better and eloquent coming out of a woman's mouth. You see what I'm saying? What I heard you say is, I keep my mouth shut because I don't want to hurt your feelings. Like you said, my appetite is different for you. And if I go over here and enjoy myself over here, that don't mean I don't like it with you. It's just a different taste in my mouth.
Well, now, because our sexual hunger is different.
But I want to ask you this.
Let me change that.
Why do it sound so good coming from you? Why it sound so good?
Because the sexual hunger is still the same. For instance, if I'm a sexual hungry woman, I love sex daily, or I love sex 2 or 3 times a day, and I have that hunger for real, no bullshit. But I'm in a relationship with someone and he tells me, man, like, I really love you. I really care about you. I really love you. And I really care about this person. And I really care about how they see things. I'm going to be mindful to suppress it. Now, in my suppression, let me explain something. I'm suppressing it not because I'm doing it because I have to. I'm doing it because I care enough about you that I'm like, this will fuck him up. So
ain't that the same thing as a man? It sounds so good coming from you because it's like saying, I'm not going to let him know that I want to fuck 3 times a day every day because he might say, baby, I can't keep up with you.
Yeah. And if
that's exactly what you're saying, right?
Yeah, but I also know that he's already conveyed he can't deliver. Some men can't deliver that. And let me also say, size matters. So some of us may have that appetite, and some men are more endowed that we can't take that shit 3 times a day. We're going to have it every other day because we got to have a recovery time. And some men are so small that 3 times a day don't really matter because it's just enough to just give you a little excitement for a minute. We got to talk about the size too, because size matters. So now we're talking about anatomy. That also matters. Also, I always say, monogamy is an evolved state of being. It is not a guarantee that it's going to be forever monogamous. There can be times in a love affair where you are in a season where you're just all about each other and you're locked. But that doesn't guarantee that it will be the same tomorrow or tonight.
So you say, for example, right? You just said something that I had this chick used to tell me. And I used to laugh because I used to be like, no. She used to say, my husband's dick is so little that it seemed like all he do is tickle me and get me horny, and then he comes so fast. She said, he just get me ready for you. I said, why you tell me that? Now I ain't coming over. That means he just came on you and just you. Why would you tell me that? That your husband just got you excited and he came too fast. Yep. And you know what I'm saying? This after we had did it, she was and she just happened to be talking. Yep. And she's like, ooh, I love that. Ooh, that's so good. She's like, boy, my husband don't do nothing but get me ready for you. I said, what?
She was raw though, but she was real in her truth.
Yeah, she was real in the truth, but don't tell me that. Now I could have been licking on that woman. He just calmed down on you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, that's you know what I'm saying. I'm like, but if you know
tell me that.
Well, you know she's married. That's a possibility anyway. You know that.
Yeah, but I mean, still, I
know that she's getting it.
That's the point. It's a possibility. Anybody can have an STD, but you know what I'm saying? It's like you're gonna tell me my husband got me riled up, came so fast, and now I had to hit you up to finish. What you mean?
Well, see, because women
don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
But like what you're saying is a lot of women don't convey the raw truth about sex because a lot of times it's a ridicule behind that. Because when we say you're not big enough for me to a man, what is that going to do to him?
Fuck with him.
Yes. We're going to destroy his ego. We're going to destroy him as a man. What unkind woman would do something like that? You see
Well,
what
what kind man would tell a woman, your pussy ain't good, or I cheat because you don't know how to give head? It's like what I'm saying is I'm not rebuttaling you. I'm kind of saying you're making what y'all do sound good, and it don't sound good coming out of a man's mouth. Like you said, what kind woman would tell a man his dick too small?
Yeah.
You're saying it's kind for a woman to not tell a man his dick is too small and then just go get her a big long dick on the side. That's what you're really
So
saying.
what I'm saying is, I'm saying that you as a woman have to know what your sexual capacity is. I'm talking about width and depth. We as women don't talk about this kind of stuff because we're not being educated. We have a width and we have a depth that we can take. And some men you can be intimate with 2-3 times a day, and it's not going to mess up your form, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Some men can go up in there and you won't need, I'm talking about need it now. I didn't say I didn't want it. I said I wouldn't need it for at least a week or two because he hits everything. He's all over that. Okay? So I'm cool now. Now my hunger, remember I talked about the sexual hunger is a deep thing we don't talk about. We as women have a sexual hunger. We just don't tap into understanding it. We don't talk about it. We don't give a real common narrative around how we deal with our own hunger. And certain men, no matter what, and you again, you are open, so you know what I'm talking about. Some men, a woman will never leave him.
Yeah.
And she'll be penciled in, and she'll be a sister wife with, and she'll do whatever he wants.
So let me ask you this. Because so like I said, without getting too personal, Christian said this. Why is it that polygamy is frowned upon? I have people frowned upon my relationship. My wife has said on the internet in a roundabout way and plain and simple, I can't take that pressure from my husband. I need a woman to tag in. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is, now peep this. Why can people? I'm putting a scenario out. If a man is too small as a woman, you're gonna be kind and not tell him he too small and seek some elsewhere. Well, what if a man is too big? Is you gonna tell him you too big? I can't fuck but once a week, baby. You can get you some elsewhere.
Sometimes, because some women know, and I've talked to a couple of men that are endowed, and I was like, listen, I'm just curious to know, have you ever been where you have inserted and you found yourself to be too big for a woman? I've actually asked men this question, and a couple of them, whether circumcised or uncircumcised, has expressed that they can get bruised from a woman too small to enter inside of her. And so he may not be as desirous now of that woman because she's not built for him. Mm-hmm. But does that mean he doesn't care about her? No, he just knows, well, if we're intimate, we're going to have to do some other things to you know what I'm saying? Or we're going to have to do something to where we improvise with the fact that I'm too much for you. And we know I'm too much. But there's other things a woman can do. We don't go into graphics, but there's other things a woman can do that can now hold his attention to where.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me say this. Let me say this, because I'm not saying I'm Big Dick John. You know what I'm saying? Everything is relative. But if your woman has told you you got too much for her, it ain't nothing she can do when your pastime is nailing a woman to the cross. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what women don't understand sometimes. Like, okay, yeah, you can give me some, but you can't take this fucking pounding I want to put on you. And I don't want to pound you all the time, but sometimes, like you said, when you get left of center, well, this girl over here, she could, like, not being funny, Lynn will take the pounding every time and want it again. Pound me again. Absolutely. Give me that pounding again. Please pound me again. Every time. Whereas the main wife is like, don't give me the pounding, just give me enough because I don't want that pounding.
Right.
So what I'm trying to say.
Let me ask you this great question. So Was your care different? Did you feel different as far as in the care level in your soul, in your spirit? Did you feel a different level of care or love for one or the other? Or did you just have a divided, we don't even talk about it, we just have a different flow? How do you do it as a man when you're in a space where this person, I can go in or I can go out, and then this other person's got a little bit of a reserve? Okay, you can have it for about 20 minutes, and then we shutting this down because I ain't got all that to do. Which one gets a certain care level with you? Because again, sexual energy is exchanged here. Is there a care level that changes when you do this?
No, I think because I'm a man and I'm just straight up, I'm just always honest. You know what I'm saying? It's like I done had a couple of drinks. Somebody gonna get pounded tonight. Y'all discuss it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all discuss it. And 90% of the time, Chris is like, I don't want that pounded. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's a situation, or either I'll be like, I'm going in this room because I'm ready to pound something. You know what I'm saying?
And so it's somebody come in here with me, or is that what you said?
No, I'm going to the room or who I know want that pound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then
so that's what I'm saying. But again, I feel like we put way too much emotion on sexual energy and sexual things.
That's my point. I'm honest with them. I'm like, the honesty is, when I want that pounding, I'm going in there to pound. Right. When I want to do this, I'm going in here. If I want some good head, I'm going in here. If I want, I'm honest. Right. See, that's the thing. And most people can't understand that honesty because they never been honest. No. But when I'm being honest to women, and women are being honest to me while they here. You see what I'm saying? When a woman can be honest to a man while she here, she don't feel no type of way when you say, look, I don't want to fuck you tonight. I want to fuck her. She don't feel no type of way because she know why she here for you.
Well, and you wanting to go elsewhere. See, this is the thing that I think a lot of women take it personal. When we're in an intimate relationship, especially me, because I'm a cat. So off the rip, I don't share, and I don't want no other woman in the bedroom with me. Those two things. I don't share, and I don't want no other female in here with me. So you understand that as long as we're lovers. You understand that. So what I always make sure to put out there is, understand this: what he does in his bedroom business is his business. That don't have nothing to do with me. Nor does that mean that I don't have good, that he don't get it right when he's here, that he don't have enjoyment when he's here. This just might not be my time. This might be something that he's wanting to test out. Let that man test run, because he may come back.
You are different. You are different. And I guess that's why we're trying to have this podcast. You're different than most women. You're different than most women. You're not, what you just said is, I ain't sharing no man, and I don't want no woman in the bed with me. You inadvertently saying, when you over there with Mary Ann, I ain't got nothing to do with it. You acknowledging that if that man go see Mary Ann, he might not lose you. Every other woman is so afraid of being lost. They like, well, if you go see Mary Ann, I'm gonna break up with you. I'm gonna leave you, knowing damn well she can't take that dick. Let that man go see Mary Ann if you can't take that dick, knowing damn well you don't like giving head.
And what are you gonna do? Go and get another one that's gonna cheat too? I mean, it doesn't make sense.
So the point I'm saying is, you have an understanding that me and my wife understand. I think most people on earth are going to be miserable until they accept the fact that love and sex is on the opposite ends of the spectrum. Yeah. Sex means nothing to me.
Right. Absolutely.
Sex means nothing to me.
Do you remember when we were little?
That's what people don't understand.
Sex don't mean anything. We used to have little tents when we were kids, and we'd be in there hunching.
Yeah. and then we would be like, okay, well, you do it to her. Y'all switch up now. And
it was no comprehension, but we act like the sexual energy. We act like the sex exchange is a difference as we age, because we want to get a little more polished with it, and we want to have rules to it. And you only love me when you make love to me. Do you know how many men are sexing women they don't love at all?
And vice versa. The thing about it is,
I say all the time, I have husband energy I've never touched sexually.
And that man will give you everything he'll give his wife, and been waiting to hit that pussy, probably
Yes,
probably hoping one day while you give him a massage, you pull that meat out.
But I don't want him that way. I just need him to be a covering. I need him. I need
Yeah.
an active husband in my life to where I can have an understanding that I'm covered.
Well, look, there you go again, doing what women don't do. You're acknowledging that as long as you covered by a husbandry man, he ain't got to be your man. There you go again, doing what women don't do.
And then I also have an all-purpose man. So an all-purpose man is the one that always, he'll like to, oh, you ain't got, you need to shut all this down and just be with me. No, I don't. You're not that dude.
Now, this is
I have nothing interesting about him.
Carla, you saying what you saying right now is this is why men don't take women seriously. Right. I be trying to give women the game. Yes. What you saying right now is what every man, every woman on this earth has.
Yes, we have to
have a husband covering. It's a drop everything he doing for her.
Yes.
Then she got a cute guy that she like, and if she don't have it, it's because you ugly, bitch, and you can't get it.
Or you're all purpose. Or
if you on this timeline and you ain't got it, you unattractive and you don't have no swagger, or you just don't want it.
And let me tell you about the all-purpose one. So the all-purpose one knows how to be. He knows how to do. He knows how to do car work. He can do lawn work. He can change your roof. He can change your tires. He can do all kinds of stuff that you need. Now, there's no intimacy like that. But he's in my life because I need Mr. All-Purpose if I need something done, period. Okay, so what do you do in that case? You have different men, and I try to explain this to women I coach. I try to explain it to my own daughter. You're going to need different men for different things. I'm not saying you have to be intimate with all of them, but build relationships with men so that you can understand yourself. Your own autonomy is what matters. As long as you spend time with the man that you intimate with, you spending all your time, got him under surveillance and reprimanding. Who's that chicken? As long as you're in that man's phone and trying to see what he's doing and what is this and what is that, questioning all the time, you will start to misalign. Mm-hmm. Because a man that is in your life for real, it's no question if he's here or not. He's here. Mm-hmm. You know. And then when you have to have appointments done, I need a husband energy to go with me to cover me if I'm in this type of scenario. So I need you to come with me over here because I got something to do. Okay, I'll be there. And then I might have to have the all-purpose for the car trouble or whatever.
Let me ask you this. I want to see if you really be honest with me right here.
Okay.
These men mm-hmm. that are all-purpose men mm-hmm. or husband energy mm-hmm. that you not fucking, mm-hmm. you do know that you holding them in their place with the hope of fucking one day, right?
No. Not even interested in that with them.
But you know,
and I'm clear about it with them.
I know, but listen to what I'm saying. You know that's why they still around though.
What's that?
You could be clear with them all day long because you being a woman, you being honest.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, but right. You know, in the back of their mind, they hoping one day. I hope I get that pussy. She might break. She might, say for example,
I get drunk a day. Drunk one day.
Yeah, this is how I look at it. Those guys, they are around for the big haul. The big haul. Mm-hmm. Meaning this, I've had a homeboy mm-hmm. that's in a situation with a guy like you. He do everything for her. Mm-hmm. Everything for her. And we laugh. We said, boy, you done been put in the friend zone. You the husband guy. He mm-hmm. said, you goddamn right. He said, I'm going to keep doing it. And one day, I'm going to be a dick in a jar, break glass. Meaning one day he know, listen to what I'm saying. One day this man knows he's a hunter. Me and our predators, we hunters. Right. He know outside of fixing your car and that little shit, one day she going to get in a jam where she going to need about $5,000, $10,000. And when she call him, that's when he going to get that pussy. He know that. He waiting on it. Depending on how big the favor is, that husband energy gonna get that pussy one day. Cause he waiting. He waiting when it. And look, the sad thing is, we don't care if mama died and you need to be held. We don't care what it is.
Right.
That man, that guy that's in that place, He
Right.
enjoy. He hoping. I hope Carla needs something this weekend. He love to come through and kick in for you. He want to show you he there for you.
Right.
But he waiting until you get in dire or straight. If you ever get in a situation where you need a big favor, and you know in your mind as a woman,
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna ask this nigga this because I know he expecting some pussy. And if I ask him for this, I'm gonna go ahead and give him some if he do this.
It's so funny.
That's
Well,
the way I see it.
I'll tell you what we do as women, when especially if we're single women. We know who we will sleep with and who we won't off the rip.
Already.
We know off the rip. He's sleepable or he's not. We know. We already compartmentalize real easy. So it comes a point as a woman, we got to know that, so we're clear with that. So we don't want to pull men along, string them along. It's a code of conduct in what I do. I'm big about it. I tell females all the time, you never play people around. You are honest, not with the men, you're honest with you. Why is he here? What is he here to do? And why is he in your life? And when you already know what that reason is, you're crystal clear about what it is. So now that man isn't in some type of fantasy because he's like, man, you just
He still got the fantasy. Let me tell you something. Say for example, you said something when I first came back in the live. You said we don't like to look at ourselves and see that dark spot, right?
No.
Let me tell you something about me that I know for sure. Carla, you sharp like me now. I tell a woman the exact truth. Everything true.
Absolutely.
But we know humans always got their own plans. We know that. So what I'm simply saying is you could tell a man 100% the truth.
Right.
John, now let's be real. John, you just old dirty hand black mechanic. You can fix anything. I ain't attracted to you at all, but you a nice guy and we can be friends. Mm-hmm. I would never want to fuck your little dirty-handed black ass, but you can fix everything. You can tell him, and I love my husband. I ain't gonna. But if you let John keep fixing shit for you, in the back of your mind, you know John ain't your motherfucking friend. You know John want that pussy, and you know you will let John keep doing it because you know he want that pussy.
All of them tell you. There's not one, not near one's never said something to me.
Oh yeah, that's my point. Yes. They'll tell you they want it. Yep. And you'll say, well, you ain't gonna get none. But you know in the back of your mind, that man is still holding on for sex. Now, let me flip the situation for you so you can see what I'm saying.
Right.
As a married man, I'm so honest with a woman. I tell a woman, and I told my wife this when I first met her. I tell all women the same thing because, not being funny, when you fuck a woman good, they won't let you break up with them.
No. For what?
If you put good dick to a woman, she will not let you leave her alone. I know this for a fact. I have never had a woman in my life that just let me say, hey, look, our little thing that ran its course. When you fuck a woman good, she not gonna let you leave her alone.
That's so funny.
Right? Now, I'm saying this to say.
So you know what that means.
What you mean?
So you know what that means. That means that you know when you going up in a womb, you are stuck.
I'm finna doctor her ass on purpose. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's my point. So what I'm saying is, being a man that have never had a woman let me leave them alone.
Okay.
I tell them the honest truth. Look, I get bored easily. After we have sex a couple of times, I'm probably gonna get bored with you. So if you don't let me fuck your best friend, your sister, or your cousin, you probably not gonna get but 2 or 3 fucks from me. Now, how true that should offend a woman, but I tell them that so clearly because I get tired of getting chased down and accused.
Well, of course. You know what happened to me? You know what happened to me?
Go ahead.
I was messing with my ex. We laugh about this all the time. I was messing with my ex, and at the time, he had a girlfriend, right? This chick came to my door. I opened the door up. He, at the time, was in my apartment. She's like, oh, I just wanted to tell you he's with me and blah, blah, blah. I said, how is he with you when he's over here? I'm just going to leave then.
Trying to fuck his shit up.
She left, and guess where she did? She ended up getting a lease at the apartment complex I was staying at. So then I'm like, girl, this is a lot. Me and him were just recently laughing about this because I was like, it's funny. Here you are again, trying to holler back at me. But at the end of the day, there is nothing unless you book me, there is no conversation. Because at the end of the day, I already know what it is. Why would I keep going back over there when I know what it is?
But Carla, this is the thing. You have been delivered from dick. I don't know. Seriously, Carla,
that is so
that's what I'm trying to tell you, Carla. You have been delivered from dick. You have been delivered from the fantasy of what a man is.
Right.
You got yourself out of that.
Yeah.
Most women aren't out of that.
No.
So most women can't sit here and openly say, I got a John for this, a Ted for this. Most women will say that woman a whore. She promoting being promiscuous, but most out they doing the same thing. Absolutely. So what I'm saying is, what I was saying earlier was, after I tell a woman the truth, right?
Yes.
I have had women, we have sex a couple of times.
Yes.
When I try to fade away, they don't let me fade away.
No.
They make guilt trip you. Oh, you think you doing this? You think you God's gift to this? Baby, I told you what the deal was. But in her mind, she like, I'm going to switch it. I've had women tell me, I said, now look, you said you can handle this because you said, women say the same thing. All women say the same thing. They don't realize it. And I don't want to say all women.
And not handle it.
Exactly. Women say to me, I said, now look, such and such. Oh, look. I done had good dick before. I know I ain't gonna fall in love, blah, blah, blah. Or they say this. What if I get addicted to you? I don't give a fuck if you get addicted to me. You just asking me that so you can see how often you can get the dick. Mm-hmm. So what if you addicted? Or women say, what if it's too good? I hope it's good. I hope it's the best I ever had and you ever had. But guess what? That ain't gonna change how often I fuck with you. Now, after you done said that to a woman, that should let her know, I don't have no access to this nigga. He got access to me.
Right. Exactly.
After it's all said and done, here they come with the crying and texting and da. And guess what I be saying to myself? Mm-hmm. Got your bitch ass. I knew I was going to string your ass out. Now, I said all that to say what you said earlier about that dark side. Mm-hmm. That dark side that love to see a woman crying big and please just come through. And it's like, that's that dark side. So what I'm saying is, on the flip side, when a woman let a man come in her life and be there for her, knowing he wants some damn pussy and knowing she ain't gonna give him none, that's her in her dark side. I believe.
If she's in her dark side, she better own it.
Yeah. And I'm saying to you, as my co-host, the guy that you got that's giving you all this husband energy and you know you ain't gonna fuck him.
Well, the thing is, he's not like, let me explain what husband energy is so we're clear. It's not a continuum. It's not like a every day or whenever. This is very spontaneous. So it's like, just
I know exactly what you mean.
But it is husband energy, no less. And why is it husband energy? Because he is an active husband in a marriage. Yeah. He's active. Mm-hmm. So he's not husband energy per se for me per se, but there's a covering that men that are husbands that they gift you as a woman.
Carla, I am a husband. I know exactly what you're saying.
Actively involved. Yes.
Yeah. This man is not in your life every day. You can't call him every day. You ain't worrying him every day because he got a wife. He care about his wife enough to not hop up out of bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't know if he got a wife. But he got
he does. No, he does. He does.
Yeah, he got that husband energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, it's not a continuum of all time.
No.
It's hey, I got an emergency. What's wrong? Hole in my roof. That motherfucker coming to save the day. That's what husbands do. We fix shit.
Well, you fix it.
I got women in my life that I would up and do that for.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you mean. But I'm fucking them.
But then you also have the all-purpose ones that are just as efficient with that. But the all-purpose might just be good for just when you have, I need my edges done or this and that. But the thing is, you still have an exchange, a medium of exchange. For instance, both of these gentlemen may be body work sessions, or I may pay them for their services, but there's actually we might go out to eat every now and then. We might conversate. We might have a conversation on the phone. When you're here in a space and time or session, we may just vibe and talk. So it's not the reason why they're appointed, not just a client, but they're an appointment in my life, because we go beyond just having here's the money and here's that or whatever. So there's an understanding.
What I'm saying is, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I had a gutter fall off the side of my house, and he saw it, came over, Mr. All Purpose came over, fixed it, no problem. I didn't even know. He's like, that was $15. I hadn't got the bolts and put them up for you. Okay, well, do I owe you something? No, man, I just got you. Some of us just need to look out for you.
Exactly. Okay. And what I'm saying, Carla, I'm not trying to convince you. What I'm saying is that dark side that you were talking about.
Oh, it's there.
And I believe that's part of it.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I love you, Carla, because
let me also
girl, I got a motherfucker come do anything for me. I ain't even got
now wait a minute. Now let me get clear now, because I didn't put this out. I didn't put this disclaimer out. If you talking about, now these are men that I'm cool with. If you're talking about a man I'm attracted to, now that's a whole nother animal. Because now if you're talking about a man of an attraction from 8 to 10, I'm physically and sexually attracted, that's a whole nother animal. Now, I have to be more careful and more strategic if I do place him in a slot of,
because you're gonna fuck him, and in that slot gonna get.
Now we in trouble. Yeah.
And so that's the guy that you like
right.
That's the guy that you ain't gonna be able to see. Carla, you ain't gonna be able to keep him in the slot you put him in.
No.
See, that's what I am, girl. I know I was just your playing slot. I know, and I tell him, I said, you, and I tell him, I'm so angry. I said, you think you gonna put me into a Saturday night weekend fun spot? Oh boy, I said, but guess what's gonna happen to you? I tell him,
I'm not coming.
What's gonna happen? You think? I said, I'm gonna nail your ass to the cross upside down, and you're gonna be worrying the shit out of me, hoping to see me all the time. I tell him that. Yeah. I said, and then when I get tired of fucking with you, you're gonna get mad and try to make me miserable. Oh, you think you all this? You think you all this? You think you all this? Right. And in their mind, you know what they be saying? I hope this nigga all this. Because we always lying to each other.
Yes.
We lying to each other. And I think that's part of the issue. It's no different than guys be at the barbershop. Hey, man, what's up with that crazy ass girl, Keisha? And the nigga be like, man, that bitch crazy. Right. But he like that she crazy over him. Right. He liked the fact that she'll go fight a bitch over him. Mm-hmm. I had a younger chick one time when I was teaching school, and I met her. She was doing tutoring for grad school math. She was smart as hell. And I met her, and I went in there when I first met her, and I was like, are you the tutor? She said, yeah. I said, you my girlfriend. Just like that, just playing. She's 21 years old. She said, okay. And I laughed it off. She tutored me to math. When I get finished, she said, here you go. And she threw me a key and texted me her address. I said, what's? She said, if I'm your girlfriend tomorrow, my birthday, you say you can cook. Come cook me some breakfast. Now, this motherfucker so fine and young. I'm like, what the fuck?
You went over there too, didn't you?
Went over to the next day, cooked breakfast, nailed her to the cross. You know what I'm saying? Just like that.
Not nailed her to the cross.
As I got ready to leave, I left the key on. She said, why you leave the key on the counter, boyfriend? I said, I'm married. You you can't be my girlfriend. She was like, why? She got mad right then. She said, why the fuck you playing with people? I said, what you mean? She said, why you playing with me? You said I'm new. I said, do you really believe you my girlfriend the first day? She said, I gave you the motherfucking key, didn't I? I said, you gotta be kidding. She said, you don't believe in love at first sight? I said, yeah, but then she said, nigga, you remind me of my daddy. She was like, soon as I saw you, I was like, he remind me of my daddy. I hope he like me. And she was mad. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so right. She was like, you better take that motherfucking key or you gonna have some problems. I left the key. I left the key.
I know you left
The
it.
next day I went to work. I got a call. Mr. Clark, you have a visitor in the front office. She done found my job. She at the school in a nice ass sundress. Hey, Mr. Clark, hi, how you doing? Acting like she a parent. Told me, looked at me in my face and said, I got your key, motherfucker. Here go, you better take this key. Come see me. I said, this bitch is crazy. And I smiled. I like this motherfucker. She came to my job to let me know, motherfucker, I'll come down here and get your ass fired. You better take this motherfucking key. And guess what I said, my dark side? I like this little young black motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And come to find out, she was a stripper in Charlotte. I love strippers for some reason. And this little young motherfucker, so smart, her goal was to own her own hospital. But the point I'm making, not yet, but she gonna get it.
Okay.
My dark side was liking the fact
Of course.
she was like that.
Yes.
Oh, sweat. Why don't women acknowledge their dark side? Why you just did?
I know, but we can't. We're not wired to admit it though. It took a lot of work, Javon, for me to own my own stuff. I didn't take this willingly. You think I came to this conclusion easy?
So let me ask you this.
Do you understand how crazy I was as a woman?
Yeah, okay, that's what I was about to ask you. So let me ask you this while we got you online, okay? I'm going to set this up and ask you a question, and I want you to clip this, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to set this up. All right, you ready?
Ready.
Clip this starting here. Carla, I believe that women have a fantasy in their mind of being in a relationship, and women have to be delivered from the idea of good sex and this fantasy relationship. How were you able to cleanse your mind of everything that goes into a woman's mind that make y'all batshit crazy? Explain your level of crazy, what that mean, and how did you deliver yourself from the power of the dick?
Well, I'll tell you very clearly. At my last divorce, I got out of the car of life and owned being in my purpose. Now, once I got to desiring why I'm here on the planet, what I'm here to do, how I'm here to impact lives and encourage others, it changed my whole deep desire for nothing but extreme love of loving a man. And it changed it and converted it into being extreme in loving why I'm here on the planet, what I'm here to do. So what that did was I converted my deep desire for handsome, fine, educated, successful men that just had it going on to why am I here and what do I need to do to impact these lives out here? What can I do to change the planet? How can I make a difference? And that is how I converted my deep desire to be with a man, only one, only wanted to get married, only wanted to have that one man. And I'll tell you the other thing, my father, he told me ahead of time. I didn't listen to him. He gave me 2 key points. One, listen, you're never going to get a man to make you happy. Don't believe me? Ask a man to stand in front of you and make you happy. And I thought, oh, if you want anything in life, you got to get it yourself. You want a birthday gift? You want him to take you somewhere? You better take yourself because a man don't know what you want until you tell him. 2. And then 3, he also told me, you're short. There's always going to be somebody prettier than you. Always going to be somebody smarter. And there's no such a thing as a soulmate. There's always many for you. There's always going to be more than just one man on the planet for you. So stop. And secondly, you have to understand that in your soul, what you want is fine, but you will never, ever be all that just for one man. It's not going to happen. And I was angry with him, very angry, because I didn't.
Let me regurgitate what you just said. Now, we know that the game that your father just said they gave you, so I ain't got to regurgitate that. You're basically saying this. Women are programmed to believe their purpose is just to be somebody's woman.
Yes.
and you got out of that programming. And the only way you can get out of that programming where you think your whole purpose in life is being somebody's wife and taken care of is you looked up and said, Carla, what does God, the universe, the creator, whatever created us, what's your job? And you're saying the only way a woman can go from batshit cuckoo crazy over a man is finding her purpose. And you believe you found that you're supposed to be Coach Carla. So now that you are Coach Carla, you meet men and you entertain them, but how shit go don't matter to you like it used to. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Good God Almighty. So basically, it's 90% of our women at a lost cause.
Well, they have to
ain't nobody telling women they have a purpose other than being somebody's fucking wife. My wife got a song, and I don't even like the song, but the lyrics are so fucking dope. And she wrote it to the Tennessee. I might have to play it one day. She wrote it to the Tennessee whiskey, and I'm like, if you're gonna steal the Tennessee whiskey melody, you got to really fucking do something. You know what I'm saying? But she started. She said, "I used to spend my time trying to be somebody's wifey." Just like she said, that's all she cared about.
Yes.
Every day, getting up, hoping, looking, praying. If I meet a guy at the gas station and he pumped my gas, I hope this the one. I hope this the one. Why don't women be more honest? Is that's what they hoping and dreaming for? And then somebody could talk to them about that like you. Most women walk around, I don't need no man, I don't care, whatever come. There has to be a moment of clarity where they can't even receive your coaching, Carla, until they say and admit, man, my whole life, man, it's just been about, I got a saying, I told my wife, you was drowning in the dating pool and I literally saved you. And that's what happens. Right. And women don't want to acknowledge that and admit that. I want to address a comment one of the sisters made up here. Okay. And this is nothing against her. Right. Glamour was Granny's 07. Yeah. I'm not sharing no man neither. Mm-hmm. Either. Right. I'm saying to you just like I've said to Carla, and Carla understands this, but I'm saying it just in case there's anybody. She might be saying it like you. Like you said, I ain't sharing no man and no woman in my bed. No. Right. But you're saying it in a sense of she might be saying it differently. What I'm saying is this. We have to understand this. If you got a man that you attracted to you and you like, he fucking somebody else, lady. I promise you. Now, watch this on the flip side. Bro, somebody wants your woman too. I don't believe in it. That monogamy, fidelity, I don't think it's necessary for relationships. I remember, Carla, I'll never forget, and I might have told this story before. You know the older couples that get up and go to breakfast every morning? You see them at Outback Steakhouse for lunch, and it's an older couple. He driving, he barely can walk. Yep. You know, and that old couple, they been together so long, he be sitting there and she be feeding him and he be feeding her. Yep. I know an old couple like that, me and my wife, right? Right. And they probably about 75. And one day we was kicking it, and you know, the old man said something, and the lady said, Don't get frisky. I'm gonna make you have to touch this cat when I get home. And then the old man said, shit, I ain't touched that cat in 6 years. You told me, yes. And I kind of laughed, and it was almost like, well, something, and it was like they basically was like, I ain't touched him and he ain't touched me. But we know somebody touching somebody. Well, and how long they've been together and how happy they are. Right. People don't realize I'm going through it now in real. My wife is going through menopause. Right. So she not coming to me like she used to. Right. Well, and like I tell you, monogamy is an evolution. But monogamy is not like that, Carla. It's an evolution, and let me also explain. It is not a guarantee that it will be like that forever. It's an evolution. You evolve into monogamy. What I mean is you might have a season of it, but it doesn't mean that that is defining your relationship. Because you don't know if physically it'll change.
Sexually, you'll change. You might change proximity. You might change in what you can do for each other.
People don't
Sexual
consider that.
monogamy is not always about if I am only with you, I'm proving to you, you matter to me. That is not true. And
And I think
actually,
it's so childish.
I know, but sex is sex. But a lot of times we spend a lot of times thinking, "Oh my God, he really loves me because he's putting it in me." No, that doesn't. No, that doesn't mean that. But then there could be men that don't put it in you and would love the shit out of you. You don't know, so you can't make that the so-called measuring stick. A man loves me a lot because we have sex all the time, or a man loves me because we're intimate. That's not true.
So let me ask you this, Carla. Do you really think the final end all be all say all is this? Because this is what I think it is. It just came to me. The
Okay.
reason a woman can't be as open about that is because the fear of I'm gonna lose what I think is mine.
Yes.
Okay. Break that down. Speak on that.
Well, if we're honest, a lot of times we have insecurities as women. That's first. So let's be honest about that. And that comes from lack of self loving. So we have an insecurity in our spirit that if he spends time or if he puts his part in another woman, I'm going to become forgotten. He's going to want to see her more often. She's going to matter more. She's going to take my place. She's going to this. She's going to that. I don't know what I'm going to do. He's over there again. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Girl, please. No. But a lot of times we will get to that desperation, like, what am I going to do? She's taking him over. He's now seeing her more. He's lighting up his eyes are lighting up.
He's happy when he come home.
I'm like, listen, if his eyes is lighting up, take your ass on over there. Get you some rounds in. You might end up finding some new skills you didn't have. Let him go over there for the practice. And if you a bad chick, you don't give a damn about that. Go on and take your ass over there. I bet you I know one thing I don't get left. So go ahead, have fun, enjoy.
Carla, I really believe our grandmothers was like what you're saying, and this new age of monogamy is just a small period in our generation.
Yes.
I think our generation, Generation X, will be the only generation that expects a motherfucker not to get no pussy or get no dick. I think everybody before us and everybody after us, we was the first generation exposed to the fucking soap operas and the lovey-dovey and the Disney and the princesses. Yes. I don't. My sons don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you said something that's so amazing to me, and this is what I say about a friendship and a relationship.
Okay.
I really, really admire and like my wife, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
The way I look at life is this, girl. You can go get you some more dick.
Mm-hmm. You ain't going nowhere.
because this is the thing, because of my self-esteem level.
Absolutely.
Now, this is what I'm saying. I can't make my dick no smaller. And I'm a pound town. So you better go get a smaller dick and somebody that don't want to pound, because I'm pounding.
Right. Well,
so if you leave me for pounding, then girl, I'm happy for you. I don't think people realize what true love is. I gotta tell this story again. It's Sunday, so we got time. I got time.
It's Sunday.
That fucking fish love. That fucking flower. Mm-hmm. When you see a flower that's so beautiful,
mm-hmm.
and you say, I love this flower right here.
Yes.
Oh, I love this.
Right.
You really loved it. You wouldn't take it out of the ground and kill it and take it home and let it die on your table.
No.
If you really love that flower, you would let that flower stay.
Yes.
Where it is and flourish.
Yes.
And let everybody in the world come adore that flower, and that flower could be sitting there swaying in the wind. Everybody love me.
Right.
Everybody love me. When you pull it up and take it home and let it die, you don't fucking love flowers.
Right.
Yeah, I'm saying that to say, who say they like flowers?
Right.
You women. Mm-hmm. Some bullshit. So what I'm saying is, when it's all said and done, if my wife was to come tell me, I met somebody new.
Mm-hmm.
They float my boat, tickle my fancy. I said, even better than me. She said, yeah. I said,
Absolutely.
girl, I'm happy for you, goddamn it. I
Absolutely.
damn
Yes.
so hope I meet me a woman that I like just as much as you. That's
That's
why
what,
Lynn was here.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Girl, I'm happy for you because guess
Yeah.
what? I know that you ain't with me. See, my wife ain't with me for sex.
No.
That's what people don't understand.
Because every marriage and every relationship is different. We all have different reasons we are with someone.
Yeah, you remember.
Sometimes we can be moved by someone because of how we vibe. Then we can have
Yeah.
moved because of how they care about me. Not necessarily how I care about them, but I just know they'll throw everything down just to come take a look at me or look out for me. They'll have my reputation by the guards. They won't let nobody just come in and talk wreck about me. I don't even have to be there. I know this person got my back. That makes you, as a woman, we want to open the womb, or the lotus flower opens up to that, because we're like, oh my God, this man cares about me. That might,
Exactly.
and it might not have nothing to do with I want to play on my man because he over there with what's her name, so I'm gonna do no. Because if we doing on some revenge stuff, we're insecure still.
Yeah.
It's still an insecure move. Even if you say, well, so Javon, you want to go over there with her? Fine. I bet you I have another one tonight. Matter of fact, I have one this afternoon and all this stuff. You doing that because you're insecure. Let that man go over there.
What kind of human? That's why I don't understand it. And I know most men are miserable or they just living in their dark side. How can you tell me? Watch this, Carla. I said this the other day.
Hold that thought. I lose this charge. I'm going to charge up my computer. Go ahead.
Okay, and I want you to clip this too. I'm going to wait for you to get back. Okay. But yeah, people, it's just amazing to me. You can't get your fucking kids to do what you say, and you want a whole fucking adult to do what you say?
Right.
What the fuck is wrong with humans?
Just craziness. Just ridiculous and silly.
I can get up in the morning and I got a 5-year-old daughter that when I try to go to the car, some days she want me to carry her. And it's just depending on the day.
Yep.
And guess what she'll do? What? Sit on the floor and drop all her weight down where she not going to let you pick her up and walk.
Yep.
Now, how the fuck I'm going to make Chris do what I want her to do?
That part. You'll be like, what am I doing? She's acting up.
It's just amazing to me to say, that's my human.
Right.
That's my human. And that human is responsible for making me happy. Right. And if that human wants to do something that make itself happy, it'll make me sad. Man, you know what? I laugh all the time at a nigga that have to fake monogamy. You know, if he gonna cheat, he gonna do his thing. But when I'm talking to men, and I say to myself, so you really telling me, and it happens all the time. Right. I see men say some simple shit is, man, I'm working every day. I got me a boat, but I can't even go fishing like I want to. And I told my homeboy, I said, man, you got the boat, goddamn, let's go fishing, nigga.
Right.
You got a boat now.
Right.
You know how long I wish I had a boat, nigga? You got a big ass boat. Let's go fishing. Get on the lake. Get on the water. You know what he said? I would love to, but you know my old lady.
Right.
What the fuck you mean? I want to knock his ass in the fucking ocean.
Right.
He got a boat. Now, I ain't saying his job is to make me happy, but he got this boat and we friends. And he like, man, we got to get every time. Man, we going to take the boat out for long. Man, stop talking to me about that fucking boat, man. And you know my old lady, you know how she is, because we all friends from college. And I'm like, man, so you mean to tell me you done worked all this overtime and got this boat? You done had this boat down there 2 years. We ain't went fishing on the boat. And he admit, well, you know how my old lady is. If I go somewhere with you, you gonna think something. So basically, this is the object. What's happening? My name is Keisha. I'm just being hypothetical. My name is Keisha and my husband's name is Craig. Right. Craig loves to fish on his boat, but if he go on his boat with Javon fishing, that'll make me sad. So I don't want him to do that. Right. And this pussy ass nigga said, okay, honey. Right. Pussy ass motherfucking nigga.
But you know why that is? Because a lot of times men have been taught, and I've been working with men, grown men, on this. Like I'm doing like some serious, intense wisdom coaching with one of my clients about this. That I said, let me ask you something. When you were a child, were you told to make sure to take care of your mom and take care of your siblings and your sister and make sure that you're being a good boy and you're looking out for everybody? He said, yes. I said, that was self destructive. Because what that taught you is you put yourself on the back burner, but you make sure your sisters are good. You make sure your mama's good. I said, I would never tell my son to look out for me. And I don't ever let any men that are son, like, cosmic daddies to my son or godfathers or whatever, uncles. Don't be telling my son to take care of me. That's not his job. My son needs to be my son and focus on his autonomy. He's young. He's getting ready to be 18. He needs to focus on him. I'm not his responsibility. We need to stop telling young boys that they need to look out for everybody else, because what happens is when we give them that message, they take that to heart for real. And when the woman is sad, depressed, hurt, upset, disappointed, all of that, he takes on like it's his grievance, like it's his responsibility. That is not his responsibility. It is not a child's responsibility to make sure their mom is okay. It's out of spiritual order. That is BS. It is our due diligence as parents. I'm talking about mothers now, that we let our sons know, you are not the man of this house. I don't care if it's only me and you, or me and you and your brothers and sisters. You are not the man of the house. I don't have one of those. And you're not going to fill that position, because it's not your position to take on. You are a child. You are under me. So I'm not going to put this additional burden, and put my son in a pressure cooker that he's got to take care of me as his mother. That's not his job. If I'm not woman enough to have a husband energy, to have a man in my life, to have a life partner, to have some boyfriends, to have some friendships, that I can't have men covering me, that's my fault. It's not my son's job to take care of me. But this is why, what you're talking about, why he caters to that wife like that, because he was taught young that that's what he's supposed to do. He's taught that he's supposed to make sure that wife is good no matter what. And so this is why he does what? He gets real self-absent. He doesn't look out for self. Self-love is very deficient, because he doesn't realize, man, I'm really sacrificing my own autonomy. I didn't stand
And
up.
you know what I tell him all the time? And it's sad to say, I see it, and it's so clear, and he's starting to believe it. I said, she gonna leave your motherfucking ass when your son turn 18. And the writing is on the wall. Because I told him when he got with her, I said, she don't fucking like you. You're not dating on your level. One of my best friends, I said, she don't like you, nigga. She like you.
Did he date out of his league or what?
Yeah. She liked his job, liked his income. You know what I'm saying? She don't like you.
She married marriage. She didn't marry him.
Yeah. She didn't like him. She didn't like him. And the funny thing about it is he worked 12 hours a day, 5-6 days a week, and she gonna leave that nigga. She gonna leave him. I guarantee you she gonna leave him. And I tell him all the time, and we best friends. I said, man, you see the way your wife. I said, you know why your wife hate me. He said, yeah, she want to fuck you. I said, okay, that's as long as you know that. Now, don't no woman hate no man for no reason.
And also, you open his eyes up.
Yeah.
See, most women don't that part, and then they don't want you to bring an awareness. See, what
exactly.
People don't understand the power of a close man that don't really have a real fondness for his best friend's woman. Mm-hmm. She knows if he talks too much, if he says too much, guess what's going to happen? It ain't the handsome eyes that matter. It's the third eye. And as you keep telling them little stuff, you watering his plant. You're watering his plant. His third eye is starting to do this.
And this is the funny thing is, he always calling me such and such mad about something you said on the internet. I said, man, I blocked your wife. How is she still fucking watching me? Granddaddy said something. My granddaddy said something, and I believe it with everything in me. And it's true. I believe this because I done tried it. I tried it once. I had to see is it true. Okay. My granddaddy said, when a woman don't like you for no reason, she wants to suck your dick. That's what he said.
Or she just doesn't like that you're constantly in
When
the
you
way.
did nothing to her. Now, I have tried this. I had to try it. I tried it twice in real life.
Did it work?
Yes. 2 women that will be on my page from Facebook arguing against what I say, acting like they don't like me. I met in person. I said, let me test this. I pulled my dick out the first time I met him, and they sucked it. He telling the truth. He's telling the truth, man.
But Javon, it's because most of these women,
when they like you, they act like they hate you, so it don't look like how much they like you. It's like a little girl in 3rd grade punching you and taking off running. Leave me alone. Girl, put this dick in your mouth. Fuck you mean you don't like me? I ain't did nothing to you. Look, it's funny you had put some on that flyer that I like and I chose it. It says teacher, lawyer. What the fuck you mean you don't like me, bitch? I'm a black man who's married, a father, an educated man, no criminal record. I do shit the right way. I talk about, bitch, what the fuck you mean you don't like me, ho? Fuck you mean? If you act like you don't like me, you want to suck my dick. I'm the motherfucking quintessential motherfucking man. I'm like Paul Robeson. You know who Paul Robeson is?
I don't think so.
I'm like Paul Robeson. I'm an actor. I'm a thespian. I'm a singer. I'm a writer. I'm an athlete. Goddamn, bitch. And this is not me blowing my own horn. This is me literally saying, people ask me all the time, look at yourself. Are you the type of man you want your daughter to have? Fuck yes. Fuck yes, I want my daughter to have a man like me that's going to take care of her and love her and do right by her regardless of the situation.
Right.
I ain't looking for my daughter to marry no faithful nigga, no nigga that's for that. I ain't looking for her to marry no man that don't cheat.
Well, the truth of the matter is we have a tendency to keep getting on this conversation about he's cheating on me. But we don't realize it's not that he's cheating on you. That's what, number one, we're personalizing the cheating. You're not in his thoughts when he's sleeping with that other woman.
You finna get canceled.
Am I right?
Absolutely not. He's still not thinking about you.
He is not thinking about you. So why are you taking it personally? If he is over there, he is getting it in, putting it as far as he can, as deep as he can, as long as he can, without losing his breath and losing his mind. And you're talking about he's cheating on you? That's not true. That's incorrect.
So what would you call it, Carla? What you gonna call it?
Leave that man alone. Let him do his thing. He's taking on practice. He's practicing.
And see, I want to keep adding this out. I'm all for the woman being able to do her thing too.
I know you are.
Yeah, but because everybody act like
they're practiced to see if they're still got it.
Yeah.
A lot of men are trying to see if they can still pull women.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that. Let him.
Everybody act like granddaddy ain't come home from World War II to a light-skinned baby that didn't look like him.
You know I'm sharp. As my daughter done went to work and told her co-workers, my mom is like the feds. When my mom wanted to find out if her men were cheating on her, my mom was like the FBI. Then the people got confused. You said your mom is the FBI agent? No, I'm saying she's like, no, but if I want to find out, I'll find out. So, you know, that was before I even had the spiritual gifting, right? So now I don't even have to check your stuff. I don't have to go through your phone. I just know spiritually. Oh, okay, you over there. Okay. I know.
Over there.
So you over there. Okay. Now, what I understand, though, is you have to, as a woman, you have to know, first of all, in your own soul and spirit, how am I looking out here as far as me? What's my skill set? Am I still making that man tremor and try to get his thoughts? Is he still saying, oh, my God, am I doing what I need to do? Because I'm in competition with me, not no female. Was I good since the last time you hit it? Or do I need to change some things out? Okay, I didn't get really a good response there. Let me try something else. Let me do some different moves. Maybe I need to do this different. I'm not up.
Carla, you are rare. You are a rare, rare woman. The reason men like whores, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Reason men love whores. Most women are pillow princesses. It's just like dating. This is how women look at dating, right? You meet me, buy me a drink, get my phone number, take me out to dinner, wine and dine me, and woo me until I decide I like you and want to give you some pussy. So it's a one-ended situation. That's how most women look at dating.
Absolutely.
Most women look at sex like this. You supposed to suck my titties, kiss my neck, eat my pussy, and get me horny. Then you're supposed to fuck me good. That's how most women look at sex.
Right.
The whore, it's like, I got you, nigga. I got you.
Well, you got to ask yourself. You got to ask yourself as a woman, because there are different lovers out here. So let me be candid real quick. So there are men out here that will study your body from top to bottom. So you got to make sure your grooming is up to par. You got to make sure you're shaved well. You got everything intact. You're smelling good. You got to make sure you're looking right. Your eyebrows are waxed, because he's studying every single inch of your body. Like, I'm talking about to where he can have it branded in his mind. Asking you, well, what size are these? What size are those? Like, what? Well, my God, like, you turned over. I didn't even know you had all that. Or, you know how y'all do.
Yeah.
So they're trying to study. There's men out here that studies a woman's body like it's a college degree. So now he's trying to study you, right? Then there's men that you studying. You in here trying to just be like, ooh, what's he got on? What's that new cologne? Ooh, I like that. Let me see I like this. I like that. So now you have to know as a woman, am I being made love to, or am I doing the making love?
Yeah.
Because that's totally different now. You want to talk about real stuff now. We getting raw now. Because some lovers are really about you, and some lovers are wanting you to be about them. Two totally different lovers, but you can still get there as far as orgasmic or erotica or whatever you're trying to get into that lane. You can get there based upon your own understanding of where you at and what type of lover you're dealing with. Yeah. But again, a lot of women aren't studying nothing. So they don't know who they're dealing with. They just going in there like, I don't know. If once Javon closed this door, I don't know what he's going to get me. I don't know if I'm doing the work or he's doing the work or we're doing the work together. I don't know. Well, that's why you study.
Yeah, it's like you say, most situations I have been in,
yes,
have been the woman saying, oh, I'm a woman, make me feel good. The women that I end up like sleeping with is be the women that be like, nah, nigga, let me show you how dick sucking supposed to go. Let me suck that dick. I'm about to show you how dick sucking go. Well, I'm gonna get up on my feet. I'm gonna ride that dick. I'm gonna show you how to get your dick rolled.
Right.
Them are the women where sex means something. Other than that, sex ain't nothing. No. And just like if you was to go around and I can ask you this right now, and I want you to be honest, because I'm gonna have my answer ready to put in the chat, right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask you, and I want you to give me an honest answer. And I guarantee you, most people give the exact same answer.
Okay.
How many men, and I'm gonna just ask it the way I talk, but fucked you in a way that you was like, that dick is so good. I want that dick. I'll come back for that dick. I get up in the bed. How many times you been fucked like that in your life? I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna hit my answer, and you say your answer. All right, you ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I answered it. See what you said 3? Look at I said 4.
Yep, 3.
You ain't had no good dick but too often. And I ain't had no good pussy but too often.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Why we acting like sex is this fucking great.
Well, because it's overrated. Because we have to make it. You got to remember, Javon, sex is overrated because a lot of people find it wrong to have it.
And they a lot of it is like getting a burger on Friday. You know what I mean? That's how I used to feel. It's Friday. I just got paid. I'm going to eat out. When I was younger, it's like, oh, it's the weekend. I'm supposed to fuck.
Right. Yeah.
I'm saying that I'm fucking something that ain't good. I might fake a nut, building spit up in my mouth. I'm building spit up in my mouth. All of a sudden, I fake a nut. I spit all over ass. She like, came everywhere. And I'm sitting there like, man, that pussy was trash, mid. And so, like I said, I could put that answer up there because I know. Let's ask the chat real quick for fun.
All right, let's ask them.
Chat, how many good sex have y'all had in y'all life? Mine is 3. I done had 3 women that fucked me like, oh wow, whoo, my God, I want this fucking again. That kind of had me open. 3, only 3 in my whole life.
That's what I'm saying. And me and you are about the same. You're talking about you and I are about the same. Well, I'm older than you, but you got to look at that because a lot of times it's not that keeps you wanting to keep coming back to someone. It's normally something else that holds us, that keeps us with a longevity with someone. If we sit down and really look at it, we realize, man, if we're in a long-term relationship, it's usually because there's a solidity here, a power.
Yeah, it's crazy because, like I said, as a man, I guess it's like the women that say, you ever heard the story of the woman that would kiss the frog and hope he turned to a prince?
Yes.
I think that's what we doing. We walking around, we looking for, like they said, when you first smoke crack, you chase the same high. It's like letting a butterfly go. It's like we done got fucked real good, and we walk around kissing frogs. Like I hope this motherfucker fuck like Keisha. You know what I'm saying? Or I hope he fuck. It's so amazing that I just laugh because I be like, yo, sex ain't all that. I'm like, and this is the thing, because we all got our egos, but you know, I know within my life and my own experience how a woman have only had 2 or 3 or 4 top great lovers. I'm always one of them great lovers.
Well, and
I'm one of those guys that a woman got on her list. Like,
because you deliver.
Yeah, exactly.
But the delivery comes from, if we're honest, self-loving.
Yeah, I love myself. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, I mean, and when we really are honest about the trueness behind that, most people don't realize that if I don't love me very well, my intimate skill set, my intimacy as far as being with you is not going to be as moving. It's not going to be as easy to remember. Yeah. Because if we think about it, some of our lovers, we don't even remember. It didn't leave a real strong imprint or impact. Then there's other ones that you like, you know what? Like you said, that one I remember. Yeah. That one had me crazy as hell. That's what I always say. Well, if that one had me crazy, now what's so funny is now I've learned to slow down crazy by being more relaxed on the gusto to want to be one-on-one. Well, what are we? Are we together? Are we this? Are we that? What are we? It's like,
that's y'all favorite thing. What are we now?
What are we?
We what the fuck we was a few minutes ago before we fucked. We 2 people that didn't fuck.
But what are we now? What are we doing?
Yeah.
And I can't stand, the other thing is that when I used to do that, I used to say, what are we? Now I really can't stand when I say I wasted my time. No, you didn't. You did not waste your time. You were in there because you were enjoying what you were doing. You just wanted him to claim you, and he did not.
Carla, that's a whole nother show. Can we please have a show about that? I wasted. You just said it's something. I've did one-on-ones with so many women, and that's their number one saying. Why he waste my time? He didn't waste your time. You were going out, you was fucking, you was eating, he was taking your kid to the barbershop. You wasn't there in this time period of this man, whether it was a week, a month, a year, 2 years, whatever time you were there, you were getting something for it. You were enjoying something about it. Stop making it seem like because you didn't get the land and man that you wasted years of your life. You know how many guys want to be with you that you don't want?
Right. So you got to stop it.
That's what I tell women all the time. I said, so why you think he wasted your time? Why you look at it like he could be feeling like you wasted his time? Because most of the time when a man trying to pursue a woman, he's doing most of the work. Women don't be like, for the most part, we're dating. Let me show you how good of a wife I can be. I'm going to come clean your house. I'm going to come wash your clothes. I'm going to bring you lunch every day. They just saying, show me what type of man you could be to me. Right. They're not showing, oh shit, let me show you. Look, you got a daughter? I braid hair. Oh, your mama in a nursing home? Let me stop by and take your mama something and sit and talk with your mama. If you do that, Betty Wright said I was learning my man while I was earning my man. You know, my first wife, the sole reason I married her.
Right.
People don't realize this. Women don't realize how men are. My first wife, I can tell you exactly the day I knew I wanted to marry her. I know exactly. I can tell you when I knew I wanted to marry Chris. My first wife,
Mm-hmm.
I was in college and I used to sell weed and she
Mm-hmm.
used to buy weed from me and she was a hairdresser. Uh, One day she picked me up
Mm-hmm.
and I went over her house. She had a real nice house. She was a little older than me. And I liked how clean her house was and stuff, but that wasn't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still a young man, 17, 18, meeting a grown woman with a
Right.
fucking house, a
Yep.
car,
Mm-hmm.
clean house, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 2.5, but nice house. You know what I'm saying? Clean, a woman with her handling her responsibilities, right?
Right.
That's cool. So I
Yep.
went over there, we fucked. That was nothing to me. I was like, yo, I just fucked this older chick.
Mm-hmm.
Next time she called me, she's like, what you doing today? It's a Saturday. I
Mm-hmm.
said, shit, I'm chilling in the dorm. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make some money. She was like, won't you hang out with me? I'll just like I'll buy what you sell that day. I said, sweetheart, you don't know how much money I would make these days, but I get the gesture. So I said, I'll come hang out with you. I said, but if I'm coming, can I wash my clothes over your house? Because, I'm living in the college dorm. She
Right.
said, sure. She came and picked me up. I had 3 bags of clothes. Uh, we went over there. I
Mm-hmm.
put the first load in the washer. We smoked. I cooked. We fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Knocked me out. Put me to sleep. When I woke up, them 3 bags of clothes was washed, folded, and the shirts were hung up. I was like, this is who I want to be my wife. I'm like, I didn't fell asleep. You
Mm-hmm.
finished washing my clothes,
Mm-hmm.
folded up the pants and drawers and socks, put them in the bags, and
Mm-hmm.
then took my shirts and hung them up to dry. Oh, you got me.
Right.
Pussy won't even good. Pussy won't even good. You had me. You
Mm.
had me for 8, 9 years out of my life simply because you did some woman shit. And
Well,
women just don't understand. That's why the simplicity, when they say way to a man's heart is his stomach, it's like you don't understand back in the day, the highlight of a man's day was eating.
right.
So he get off work and y'all can't afford none but beans.
Well,
You can't make beans good, bitch.
let's go a little bit deeper because I think that I truly currently have been just discussing about women that desire to be a wife. They really don't know wife material. Can women do wifely duties versus can a woman really be a wife? Is two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Wifely duties meaning cooking and cleaning, that's basics. But a wife that's truly involved within the confines of marriage requires for her to do some things that is very unorthodox, that isn't talked about. And it takes a lot of stress to do it. And that is the protection of the husband. I'm talking about, can she potentially make decisions? Is she able to be in his peripheral vision and see what he can't see? Does she meditate and check on him for potential threats of things that can go wrong? Is she a woman that will have no problem taking the lead if he can't speak on his own? Will she protect his reputation? These are things that we don't talk about. That's not in the divorce decree. That doesn't that these are untangibles. So you can't tangibly pay
Yeah.
a woman for these things, but they are vital to have a vital love affair and a vital marriage. If you're in a love affair with a woman that cannot think and make decisions, you're in trouble. If you cannot be in a marriage with a woman that makes sure to protect your reputation and your name, you're in trouble. If you're in a relationship that a woman does not pray over your mindset, your thinking, and check in with any type of possible threats on your name, your money, your focus, you are in trouble. No one.
Hey, that was a good place to end. Chris just came to the garage door. She needs my help with something. You know,
Okay.
She's got a bad knee.
Okay.
Family, we thank y'all for staying tuned in, tapped in, turned on. Y'all tune in for me and Carla next Sunday. I think we're going to start having these conversations are going to get real. You know what I'm saying? Raw Sundays. Because, I mean, people need to talk about real life shit. But I appreciate you, Carla. I'm sorry I got to end so
you're
abruptly,
good,
but I
babe.
got to
Have a good Sunday, guys. Good night.
All right, look, I got to be a husband covering. See y'all later.
Babe. Bye.